So as a Christian parent, if you do not talk about sex with your teenagers, the world will talk about it with them. And you might not like what the world is going to tell them about sex. So we have to take this role to talk to our teens about it. We were told that do not have sex before marriage because you can carry a teenage pregnancy, you can contract STD, you can go to hellfire. And in as much as most Christians practice this, they are usually left with a lot of unanswered questions that they could not ask anybody because sex is really an awkward subject matter. So I, as a mom, I proactively address this subject with my teens to raise their awareness so that they can stand on a conviction to take a decision to observe chastity whenever they are exposed to temptation that they were not expecting, whenever they are exposed to temptation in their locker rooms at school, whenever they are exposed to the outward atmosphere during the prom night, whenever they are exposed to sexual content, when they go over for a sleepover at a friend's house where they hear things that you, the parents, never even knew that they knew, where they are exposed to the world itself. So I actively address this so that they can be grounded enough and approach sex with a lot of awareness, a lot of knowledge, and a lot of conviction. As a parent, I have 8 things I'm going to share with you that I tell my teens about sex. Number 1, sex is a very, very good thing, and sex is God's idea created for marriage. When it is God's timing and when it is the right time, sex is the most pleasurable and amazing thing that produces life and was blessed by God within marriage. If you've watched this video up to this time, what are you waiting for? Subscribe to Consistent Place channel. Give this video a thumbs up and share this video to as many parents as you know. This might bless somebody. Number 3, sex joins you physically, emotionally, and spiritually with someone. And these ties are ties that are not supposed to be broken apart. And when they do break apart, they take away pieces of you. Number 4, when you lay down with someone to have sex, you are laying down with fire. And until you understand what sex is made for, when it is made for, and what to do with it, it will burn you. Many people are moving around today and have been previously burnt and charred by sex. And the unfortunate thing is that they are in other relationships. And it's just like fire. When you have fire in the right place, like at home, we use fire to cook. We use fire to warm. We use fire for good reasons. But when fire comes in the wrong timing, it can destroy a whole city. There is a way to do it. And the only way to do it is God's way. I'm not saying this to shame people. The grace of God can wipe away your guilt and give you a new start. Number 5, anyone who has sex without marriage is saying I do while sending God out of the relationship. As a child of God, you always want that before you take any action, ask yourself, is this going to honor God or dishonor God? Before you go into intimate relationship with a man, always ask yourself, is this about to honor God or to dishonor God? When you ask yourself that question, it will always keep you in check. Number 6, when you allow sexual impurity in your life, it doesn't come alone. It comes with lying, deception, doubt, shamefulness, guilt, and invites all other sins that come along and just to totally damage your whole life. Number 7, I tell my teens that the sexual urge is put in you by God to help train you to have self-control. So it is a normal thing to be attracted to the opposite sex. But now God puts it there so that you can train yourself how to control yourself in order to honor Him and wait for the right time. And I also tell them that that urge is also a blessing. You really want that urge to be there, because if you don't have those urges, you are in trouble. So those urges just mean you have to build up your self-control and handle them well, because at the right time, you will need it. Number 8, do not arouse, do not stir, and do not awaken love until it is ready. Other Christian parents, what do you tell your kids about sex and sexuality? Yes, I hear other parents say, just do you, just do you. As Christians, you do it God's way. And if there is anything that you tell your kids that you think I didn't address in this video, let's hear it in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching this video, and until then, see you in our next video. You fall in any of these categories. No noise! I am filming!
Kids should not have boyfriends or girlfriends because they're not old enough. Well, I don't want one.
You don't want one?
I don't want any boyfriend.
What do you want?
I want to just have my normal self. Like, I don't want any boyfriend.
Having a girlfriend or boyfriend is not very good because sometimes you can go out of your house at night and then start doing some party thing that is not very good, or plan something that is not very good because you're escaping home from your parents sometimes.
I think that boyfriend and girlfriend will ruin your life later because no man will want to marry you because your life was already ruined. Don't get a boyfriend or girlfriend. Just wait until you're married. At least 20 to 27.
What do you think about boyfriend and girlfriend?
In the Bible, it says not to rush love. And love is a slow process. When you have a boyfriend and girlfriend, you tend to do things, and not everything you do with them is godly or supposed to be done, especially in young ages. That is why usually you should wait till marriage to start looking for a relationship. Sex isn't bad. It was created by God to make fruits, which are babies. But if you use it wrongly, then it can turn bad. With your wife, then yeah, that's fine.